Hey there, everybody. It's Erik J. Olson for another episode of the Managing Partners podcast, where we provide practical growth tips from today's top lawyers. And today I have the pleasure of talking with Erik. Hey, Erik, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, Eric. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I love your name, by the way.
Our namesake.
Well, hey, Erik, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your practice.
Good. Thanks, Eric. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to everyone else listening. And just a pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Erik Nwaubani. I was born in Nigeria, and I was also raised in Nigeria. I had my early legal education in Nigeria, and then I came to the United States some years back, and then I went to graduate school, and then when I finished from graduate school, I joined Law Group International, chartered as an associate, and that was in 2005. And in 2017, the firm went through a major restructuring. And after that, I became the managing partner. So the firm is based in Washington, D.C. Right now, but we have other offices in other parts of the world as well. So I live in D.C. area. I live in the area as well, Vienna, Virginia, to be precise. And I'm married with 3 children. And in terms of what I love to do, I love outdoor events, golfing, and running as well.
I'm a runner too.
Yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Very nice. Excellent. And we were speaking before we went live. I'm definitely familiar with Vienna, Virginia. I grew up in the Northern Virginia area, and my first real job was at Navy Federal Credit Union in Vienna. They have a really big headquarters there.
I hope you enjoyed your stay here. Did you?
Oh yeah. No, Northern Virginia was great, and then I moved to the Virginia Beach area, and it's a lot flatter here, and a lot less snow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, cool. I appreciate that overview, Erik. Can you tell us a little bit about your primary expertise and maybe some kinds of clients that you work with?
Well, in terms of my expertise, so I'm both a litigation lawyer and a transactional one. So meaning that I handle litigation and I also handle transactions on behalf of clients. So my core practice areas are first one, corporate and business law. And just to break that down a little bit for anyone listening, so that would include business formation. So say someone walks in and says, okay, I want to set up a business, just like I'm sure already the way it was set up. So someone says, I want to set up a business, I want to run a business. So you want to find out from them the kind of business structure that will suit what they're looking to do. So that's part of the business law that we do. So business formation. And another part of the business law work that we do is corporate governance. So we make sure that you carrying on a business, you're playing within the rules of both the internal rules and external rules set by the state, federal, or local authorities. Another aspect of this is common business transactions, like purchase, assets purchase, buying and selling. So someone says they want to buy something, franchise, things like that. And also, we also have a corporate bankruptcy and walkout option. So someone running a business, runs into financial crisis, and then they come around and say, how do I get out of this? So you want to find out if bankruptcy is an option for them, or if you can package some kind of walkout for them that suits what they're doing or what they're looking to do. So that's another thing that we do. So these are all aspects of business work that we do. Another one, which if I may just go a little deeper, small business startup practice. We included that as part of our practice a year ago. So what that means is entrepreneurs who will come around wishing to start a business. So you want to help them through every legal aspect of what they're looking to do. Another aspect is international business transactions. So people doing business within and outside of the United States. So you also have commercial contracts, regular contracts, leases, loan agreements, employment agreements, and all whatnot. So that's all about business law. So we move on to, we also do litigation, because earlier I mentioned that I handle both transactions and litigation. Litigation, of course, that's what happens in court. So client comes in, there's a dispute, you want to go and they want to fight their case in court. So that's another aspect of what we do. That's litigation. There's also immigration. Of course, that's for those both business and individuals, people who are looking to regularize, just find a way to regularize their immigration status in the United States. We also do civil rights practice. Actually, that was my first major practice area. So it's called civil rights. So these are all rights, of course, rights recognized in the Constitution. So someone comes and someone feels that their rights have been violated. So they want to fight it out and call that civil rights. Arbitration, and of course, that's informal or formal process of resolving disputes. So these are all aspects of what we do. I probably wouldn't go into a lot more of them because of time. So I'm just giving you an idea as to what we do.
It's a lot. Yeah. You've definitely listed a lot of different practice areas. So I don't think you said, how big is your practice?
In terms of size, before the restructuring, we're quite big, but we're a lot smaller now because it was restructured, and then so we have fewer attorneys than we had before. At this time. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of practice areas. I have a business attorney that I've used for the last 6 or 7 or 8 years, and instrumental in putting together things like contracts and employment agreements and other agreements with other businesses. Definitely a must-have for any business owner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, so at your practice, what are some things that you think maybe kind of set you apart from your competition?
I forgot to mention, you asked the kind of clients we work with. I think that was part of the initial question. So we work with individuals, businesses, small and small and big businesses, corporations, and all. So both located in the United States and outside of the United States. So in terms of the second question that you asked, Eric, so what sets us apart? So what's the driving thing for our practice is that we see law and practice of law itself as public service. So what that means is that we believe that our vocational calling enjoins or allows us to use our position to make a difference in people's lives. So someone who is hurting, someone who comes in, so you want to show that human aspect of you, not just, there isn't so much. I mean, you're a lawyer looking at someone else, so you want to show that you feel what they're feeling, even though we're not required to bring our emotions to bear, but at least you need to show the human aspect of you. So that's one thing. And another aspect of this is that marks us apart is that we don't regard a particular client as an attorney's client. So meaning that we don't assign a case to an attorney in the office and just have them deal with that attorney. So we have a teamwork approach, a team approach that we bring to every case. So all of us are involved in handling every matter that comes to us. So that sets us apart again. And in terms of our fees too, we don't let anyone walk out of the office just because they can't afford to pay fees. So we're able to work out something that will suit their circumstances. So that's a major one.
That's awesome. I love everything you just said. That's great. So you talked about the restructuring of the firm a couple of years ago. What about the next 5 or 10 years? Where do you think your firm's headed? What's your growth plans?
So in the next 4 or 5 years, so we want to make sure that because I mentioned to you initially that we want to make sure that we provide service to every individual who comes by, who approaches us or who comes to us. We just don't want to turn them away because they can afford to pay fees. So in the next 5 to 10 years, we want to make sure that we build a robust legal aid practice just to help people who cannot afford to pay fees to be able to afford our services, and that way we can help them. So that's one major thing that we want to do. One major area we want to work on in the next 5 to 10 years, and We also, because we also, and that reason for that is that we see law as public service. So we'll invest in other aspects of our practice and expand our practice areas.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excellent. So as a digital marketing agency, we're always interested to know how other companies are growing. Is there a particular marketing strategy that you've used in the past that has worked well for you?
Yeah, we use well, in terms of that, we use what I call a hybrid approach. So we've used, so first of all, we have a good website, and we also have a growing online presence, because of course you wouldn't, in this time and age, you wouldn't be able to do anything, any carry on any business without having a good presence online. So we have a good online presence using our articles and blogs and news, legal news that we put out every once in a while. So we have people read that, and that directs them to our website. So that's one way. Another thing we do is we do a lot of networking. So even though no one does that right now, meaning the one-to-ones, but a lot of things has gone online. A lot of those networking events, they've all gone online, but we still try the best that we can. Before this time, we could attend different events. So we were marketing within our space and outside of our space as well. So within our space, so we were in touch with attorneys who practice in other jurisdictions and other areas of law, so they refer businesses to us as well.
Referrals, right?
Yeah,
that's key.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Now, I like how you've combined the digital marketing with the non-digital. We focus here on just digital marketing, but I also recognize that non-digital is important. So, things like letters, postcards to clients and prospects, networking, right, getting out there. And once COVID passes, the networking will be back on, and it's really important to get out there in the community and interact with potential prospects, and then also with referral sources.
Exactly.
Well, you mentioned your website. Where can people go if they want to find out more about your firm?
Well, yeah, our web address is www.lgic.us. So direct email address is attorney, ATTORNEY @lgic.us.
Excellent. All right, Eric. Well, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.
You got it. And for everyone who is watching this right now, just a reminder, at Array Digital, we focus on legal firm marketing. So if you are an attorney and you want to spice up your marketing, give us a call or go to thisisarray.com. Thanks again, Eric.